Welcome to North 100 Showdown, a Canadian Highlander series where people, currently including Serge and myself, will fight with 100 card singleton, the good old-fashioned way. And we couldn't do it without all the help that we receive from, say, you, over at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Thank you for allowing me to box Serge, but not our decks, which are the following. I'm playing a Rakdos Goblins deck. The idea of my deck is to play Goblins, and to eat either themselves or my opponent. They're Goblins, there's no accounting for taste.
Yeah, I got Sanctum Stompy. This is a, could we call it an emergent archetype, or has it been kind of established by this point?
Yeah, I think emergent is fine. It's definitely got a lot more juice.
It's a little bit fringe. So what it does, there's a classic archetype called Enchantress, which plays enchantments and Enchantress type creatures to cantrip the deck. But we've been getting a lot of really cool, really powerful low to the ground enchantment creatures. So what it does with these Enchantress style creatures is it draws cards and generates mana off of Serra's Sanctum, but to try and just go really fast and overwhelm your opponent with value. Kind of like Boggles, but less good. I don't know. Let's give this a try. You won the die roll, all right?
Die roll. I'll be going first.
Let's fight, my friend. Good luck.
Blackcleave Cliffs. Go ahead.
Excellent. All right. I'm going to see how greedy Wheeler was by going Wasteland.
Okay.
Let's start all over again. Your go.
I'm going to go Sekenzin Crucible Defiance. Go ahead.
Draw. Godless Shrine tapped and pass.
Draw. I'm going to see how greedy Serge went and play Wasteland. No, I won't blow up your stuff. I'm not a monster. But I will play Battle Cry Goblin.
Okay.
2 mana, 2/2. I can pay mana to give all goblins I control +1/+0 and haste until end of turn. And then it has Pack Tactics. So if I attack with creatures total power 6 or more, I make a goblin that's tapped and attacking.
All right.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for the turn. How much removal do you have in your hand?
Do you want the honest answer? Or do you want me to lie to you?
I don't know.
3. Well,
I don't know if that was the honest answer if he's lying to me.
I guess 4 maybe?
Well, I guess he could count any goblin as player removal, so.
Goblins can't count above 5, so.
That's fair. That's fair. You've scared me into playing Sylvan Library.
Okay,
so I've got this Sun Petal Grove. It comes into play untapped because I control the planes. Cast Sylvan Library. It lets me get some card advantage. Pass the turn. And do your worst, Wheeler. Do your worst.
That's you might regret saying that.
Oh, no. How much damage could he possibly do in one turn?
Do you want to know the answer to that? I'm going to play Urza's Saga.
In Goblins?
Yeah.
You really played in everything, don't you?
Well, mostly, yeah, but also it finds Skull Clamp or Mox Ruby.
All right.
I will just attack for 2.
All right. I take 2, and I go to 18.
And I'm the Enchantress deck, because I played more enchantments than you. I'll play Fable of the Mirror Breaker.
Oh my god. Urza's Saga is an enchantment.
Yeah.
I'm not playing it in this list.
Oh, don't do what Serge didn't do.
Why didn't I play it in this list? I played it in the Blue-White Temple list because it gets Moxen and all kinds of great stuff, but I don't have a lot of hits in this deck. But it's an enchantment, forehead.
Yep. So first chapter.
Yeah.
I get to make a 2/2 goblin that when it attacks makes a treasure token.
Okay.
Which it's impossible to find that token.
Sure.
So I'm just going to do that. Maybe I'll show it like this. You get what it is. It might not be long for this world. And then I'm going to pass the turn.
Untap. Sylvan Library. Some good cards. Some good cards. What do the other chapters on that do?
Second chapter is I can discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many cards. And then the third one turns it into a Kiki-Jiki that I have to pay a single mana to use.
Right. Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, hold on. Draw in this order. So just one card. I put the other ones back. We're going to play a Horizon Canopy. Yes.
Okay. Very deliberate game action.
Crap, I put the wrong card on top. It's fine. It's fine.
Would you like to switch? Nothing's happened.
Maybe?
Is it going to make you play... Would you play better Magic if they were switched?
No, it's between one or two options. Honestly, yeah, I'm in a weird spot here. No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
I think what I've done is smart and cool and good.
Great. Love it.
Yeah.
Glad of it even.
Dryad of Elysiad Grove.
Yep.
Taking 1 damage there to cast it.
Yep.
I can play an additional land, which is going to be this Wooded Foothills.
Okay.
And we're going to crack the Wooded Foothills, which is why I was thinking about like
Right.
the card I want on top. And
Got it.
it's fine the one I took. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I want another green source here, so we're going to go get a Savannah with it. Savannah. Are you on team Savannah or Savannah?
Savannah.
Yeah, okay.
Savannah. I don't know. Now that you've put me on the spot.
Sorry, bud.
Savannah. There was a weird part when you asked me. I was like, what would people from Georgia call it?
Oh, I didn't even have to crack that. Interesting.
Oh, I get the garbage off top.
Yeah. I didn't want that abrupt decay anyways.
Yeah. It needs removal. They're just goblins. That Dryad is so big. That,
Oh,
you know.
you ain't seen nothing yet. Would you like to cut?
No, you're going to play a 2/5?
It's got eyes. It's a 3/5.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
this thing's blocks for days.
Yowza.
And I'll say go.
Untap.
Yep.
Draw. Saga.
Yep.
So I can discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many cards. I said the word cards quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm just going to discard a Goblin Crater Maker.
So
and
pitch
draw
1, draw 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I will play a Bloodstained Mire.
Yep.
And then fetch it immediately.
That's fair.
So I lose 1, and I'm just going to find a Badlands.
You cut right to it?
It was the second card from the
Yeah,
top.
love it. Dude, I love that.
Yeah, wasted fetch if you ask me. Should have just waited 2 turns. Okay. Gonna have to kill that thing eventually.
I hope not. I hope it just sits there in front of you and makes your life... Any turn a Goblin's deck doesn't turn sideways is a turn the person sitting across from them is winning.
Well, I do have some bad news for you in that regard. I'm going to pay 1. I'm going to fire a Chain Lightning off at your Dryad.
Okay,
So it's got 3 damage marked on it.
correct.
This is now a 2/2, and this is a 2/2. I'm going to pay 1 and a red and a colorless to pump my team. So I have 2/3 power creatures.
Okay,
I'm going to go to combat
yeah.
and attack with these 2.
So when
And
that attacks, you get a treasure. When it connects, you get a
when
treasure.
it attacks, I get a treasure.
Do you have to sack it, or do you just get that forever?
The token or the treasure?
The token.
I get this. This is forever.
It just sticks around. It just generates you treasure.
This card is so busted.
What in the
It's
world?
so good. And because of pack tactics, I get a tapped and attacking 1/1. Before blocks,
Yeah.
I'm going to crack this treasure to add a red. And I'm going to Tar Fire.
Oh, he wasn't kidding with 4 removal spells in hand. Okay, all right, so no blockers. And I'm going to take 1...
7.
All right.
3, 6, plus 1.
So I got a 9?
And then for my final trick, I'm going to Wasteland your Godless Shrine.
My Godless Shrine.
And I'll pass.
This guy. Sylvan Library. So if I pay 4 life, am I dead?
Yep.
Interesting. That sounds bad.
Yep.
All right. Hey, what's scarier? Urza's Saga, or you're stupid about to get a Kiki Jiki? Kiki Jiki thing probably kills me.
I could kill you. If you let me get this, I think I could kill you twice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do anything about this, though. I can play a blocker. and I can kill that. And then I die? You have how many cards in hand?
2.
Maybe I stabilize? All right, we'll just take the 1 draw off of this. I'm going to play a Verdant Catacombs. I'm going to go ahead and cast this Jukai Naturalist. So I have a blocker which trades for another card kind of favorably.
Yep.
And I guess I have to do it now. Oh, this is going to cost me 2 life. Brutal. I miss you, Dryad! I'm going to go to 8 by cracking Verdant Catacombs.
Yep.
Let's go get a Bayou. Bayou or Bayou?
I go with Bayou.
Okay, all right.
I think if you have a draw, like Bayou.
All right. Anyways, we're going to shortcut tapping the Horizon Canopy to Beseiju, your Saga.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is destroyed, and I get a basic land? Or
Put it onto
of
the
a basic
battlefield.
land type.
That player may search their library for a land card with a basic land type. Put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. It's not even tapped.
I'll just get a mountain.
Yeah. All right, Naturalist. You have 2 cards in hand?
Yep.
And you get to find something off of Saga, but at least I'm not the deadest. Well, we'll see. It's not great. I have this lifelink creature, which is kind of cool and good.
Yeah.
Any interest in cutting?
No, you're good.
You're fine. Go.
Okie dokie. I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw, and I have a... I'm going to hold priority when I have this triggered ability from Saga. One of the many triggered abilities, but the first one, where I'm going to add a colorless.
Yeah.
I'm just going to show it with this. Then this dies. I'm going to find an artifact that costs 0 or 1.
So Skull Clamp or Moxen. Did you cut right to it again? No, it's a top card?
Literally top
Man,
card.
what a waste of a... And you say that card's good.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, nobody should play
Yeah.
this Saga. Yeah, nobody. This is how we keep this card at 0 points.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
And it goes right into play. I don't know. I don't know why.
Take the top card of your library, put it directly into play. I mean, it's okay, I guess.
I'm going to play Dragon Skull Summit as my land for the turn.
That colorless is gone?
No, it's still in my main phase. So,
Is that when the Saga thing happens?
Yeah. So this is after you draw.
Right, because it's got such weird timing, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's real awkward.
Man.
Saga on a mana-producing land.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm going to use the colorless.
Yeah.
And 1 to play a Goblin Pile Driver.
All right, I think I'm in trouble here. So, yeah, you can pump, and that's already 8 damage there.
Yep.
And I have to block there. So, maybe I go to 1? If I block here? Because I gained 2 life.
Yeah, so let's see, you're at 8.
I'm at 8.
So I'm going to immediately pump the whole team. So they all get +1. Then I go to combat.
Yeah.
Attack with all these. I have this triggered ability, this triggered ability, this.
That's the extra one there.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. I get the treasure.
Yeah.
I get the goblin, and then before this, I'm going to sack it and pay 1 to pump everything I
Yeah.
get.
Okay. GG.
So yeah, approximately 1 million.
Yeah, a little too fast there. I had a bit of clunkiness with trying to figure out the sequencing in my early plays between Herald of the Pantheon and Dryad. And Sylvan Library. So if I go turn 2 Herald, I get a bit of acceleration, and I can go the turn after Sylvan Library and Dryad.
Yeah.
But if you have the removal spell for it, then it makes, I have no board. So like taking an extra turn and going Sylvan Library, then I get more information, then I can potentially still double spell.
Yeah.
And it never quite got there, which was maybe the mistake.
Yeah, I don't hate playing the library because like it sounds counterintuitive, but especially if you have a cost reducer, you might just pay 8. Right?
Yeah. That was sort of the thought there, because there is the chance to sort of pop off. And I didn't quite get, because if there was a Moxen off the top there, I'm a genius.
Yeah.
Suddenly, right? And I'm playing triple Mox in this list.
Yeah, and I think Goblins is one of those decks where like the amount of you die on a very specific turn.
Yes.
But at the same time, you get more flexibility with what you do up until those turns.
I would agree with that.
Which is also the strength of Goblins, because then I can pivot, right?
Yeah, Goblins is kind of like an overwhelming deck. It's like there's the lethal turn, right?
I gotta tell you, Serge, I legitimately had a chill up my spine when I thought about activating the giving the reflection haste, and then copying a Goblin Pile Driver. Like, oh, ooh.
I'm sorry I took that away from you.
No, it's okay. I wasn't trying to still had all these.
Sure.
Goblins does something to people. Feels good.
All right. Well, I'm on the play for game 2.
Mm-hmm. That's a big thing too.
Yeah.
I mean, play draw, but also, I don't know how I feel about the Wasteland.
Oh, you didn't like that Wasteland? Well, I'm on the draw, and there's a chance that Goblins keeps very narrow.
Yeah.
And you're also playing quite a, like, very, very, very few black sources.
Yeah.
So it didn't really matter to me when I went, because I had a land-heavy hand.
Right.
And you not having it, if you had played a turn 1 drop, I'm probably not wastelanding there, but just resetting either way, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
Because it's neutral to me, and I think it has more upside on my side than for yours. Because I don't know what lands I'm worried about. Like, you hold Wasteland in case I get Serge Sanctum or a utility land, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to cut?
No.
Okay. I don't know, but that's fair. That's definitely fair.
Yeah, it both, like, because I didn't have a 1-drop, it keeps us at parity.
Yeah.
I just find the scariest moments, or like when I'm in your position of like the creature-based deck, is that I feel at my best when I have the mana to double spell, you know? Like ultimately me having 1 less land, assuming we still continue the game plan, is not as big of a deal as you not being able to cast your spells.
Sure. Well, I had the mana reducer in hand, so I wasn't too worried, because I could cast everything, even if I missed a land drop and the Sylvan Library.
Yeah.
I think I have to ship this hand.
Okay.
Because I have no 2-drop.
I'm going to keep this 7. If you don't have a 2-drop.
Yeah, I have 1-drop, 3/3/3.
Unless that 1-drop's Utopia Sprawl.
No, it's Aelid. No, I think I'm shipping this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the 3-drops is Courser, but I only have 2 lands, so it's a lot of risk. I didn't look. You never look.
Never look. Well, always look, never care.
Right, sure. You're like, oh, that's interesting.
Because it doesn't matter. But if your opponent thinks that you think it matters, I mean, that's just mind games.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Welcome to Wheeler's Corner over here.
We've played this format for so long that, you know, any kind of incremental advantage that you can get.
We had an episode of North 100 a million years ago where was it Jer and you who were talking about the advantage of always playing lands with the same art? So if you get hand attacked, you don't give away the extra information of them being able to tell which lands you played. So you could brainstorm them away. And I was just like, I beg your pardon? Maybe Jer who was talking about that.
Oh, for like basics and stuff?
Yeah, if you play them all with the same art, and that way you can, like, it just takes away info. But if you play every different one or just like mismatch set or something like that.
People are going to know.
Yeah, just like, this is wild to me. All right, 6.
Probably the worst discussion about that I've ever had was Elvish Mystic being your one of the best 1-drops because someone might name Elvish Visionary with a Phyrexian Revoker because they sound so similar. I don't know.
This is a keep.
Okay.
Get on the bottom. This is a Marsh Flats?
Yep. Yeah.
I have 1 foreign fetch land, and it always makes me stumble. Go ahead.
I'm going to play Verdant Catacombs and immediately find a Badlands.
Yep.
I go to 19. How many lands do you have in your hand?
More than 1, less than 6.
Oh, God, these kind of logic puzzles. 1. What day of the week is it? No. I'm going to cast Goblin Guide. Combat.
So I think I let you hit me.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful one before I crack this, because there's a chance another land shows up on top. So trigger, free information, Rancor. Oh, this changes everything.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. I'm still going to crack it away.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go take 2 from Goblin Guy, but also take 1 by cracking this fetch land.
Yeah.
I'm going to get myself whatever the Abzan Triome is called.
Indotha.
Indotha Triome.
Indotha. So you're at 17, and you're finding an Indotha Triome.
I feel kind of bad shuffling that Rancor away, but doesn't really change my game plan that much.
It's okay.
Oh my god. Now, what if it's almost the last card? Does that make it an extra valuable tutor because it took me more cards to find it? We're talking about the bad tutors when you cut right to it, right? So this is a very good tutor.
Do you want to take less damage from this because of that, or like,
yeah, that'd be great too. Yeah,
Oh,
you know what? I'm at 22 now. No.
I mean, nice triumph.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, the series is half the reason we're doing this is to show off our collections.
Any interest in cutting?
No, you're good.
All right. Untap. Draw for the turn. Say go.
Draw. Mountain. What are you hiding? Goblin Sledder.
You're going to have to remind me what that one does.
1 mana, 1/1, sack a goblin. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of
Okay.
turn. And this one, in fact, is called Goblin Tobogganista.
Oh, so
Yeah.
fancy.
Combat.
Yeah.
Attack with Goblin Guide.
Trigger.
Yep.
Oh, this is the Sky Blessed Samurai, notably not a land. I will Abrupt Decay your Goblin Guide.
Sure. Goblin Guide dead.
Yeah.
Second main, Mog Fanatic.
That's the one that when it dies, ping 1?
No, well, this is the OG. I can sack it to ping.
Oh, right. Okay, okay. I didn't know if they synergize together or not.
No.
Man, welcome to Goblins. Keep it in mind. So many abilities that are very similar to each other, but ultimately different.
Yeah.
You're like, great, thanks. We're going to play a God of the Shrine tapped. And I'm going to cast a Transcendent Envoy.
Bird.
Bird. Bird indeed.
I don't know, when you got to make small talk over your
Yeah.
opponent's 2-drop.
Hey,
Oh, bird.
Go ahead. Blocks 1/1s pretty well.
Yeah.
Is Mog Fanatic any target?
Any target.
Okay.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Pashalik Mons. Maybe it's Pashalik. Pashalik makes it sound fancier.
Okay.
So whenever it or another goblin I control dies, deal 1 damage to any target.
Oh, buckets.
I'm going to sacrifice my Mog Fanatic
Uh-huh.
to ping this.
Okay.
Pashalik triggers, I'll also ping this.
Goodbye, dear friend. Yeah, that happens.
And I'll attack you for 1.
I go to 16.
Go ahead.
All right. You have angered the Enchantress deck, Wheeler. I'm going to crack this Wooded Footlands. Wooded Foothills Footlands. Let's go get ourselves a... I want a lot of redundancy here. Let's go get the Bayou. You have angered the deck, and basically the honorary enchantment creature of the deck. The Questing Beast is here.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, classic Enchantress card.
Yep.
Beep, beep.
Yeah, take 4. I can't stop dying to this card. It just keeps showing up. I'm going to go to my next Commander night, and someone's going to pop out a Questing Beast. Yeah.
Can any of your creatures block? Oh, God.
He says it like...
It was a polite question.
No, yeah, sorry. Oh, you meant on the board. I thought you meant in my entire deck, because the answer is still no. Yeah.
All right, we got ourselves a game.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, Goblin Sledder makes it so I could
You
theoretically
could block. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
but it would also just end my whole career.
Yeah. Yeah.
A third mountain. Goblin Ringleader. Good old Apocalypse Ringleader.
Oh, no.
So 2/2 haste. When it comes into play, I reveal the top 4. All goblins go into my hand. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. 1, Frenzied Goblin, 2. Goro Goro, 3.
Are you going to get the natural 4 for 4 here?
It's been so long. Oh, Blackcleave Cliffs.
I mean, still a couple really good hits there. All right. Terrifying.
Let's go to my hand.
Yep.
How many cards do you have in hand?
I have 2 cards in hand, and you know that one of them is a Skyblessed Samurai.
Combat. Attack with these 2.
So you can sack any goblin at any time,
Anytime.
to put a +1/+1 counter on any goblin.
Not a counter, just temporary +1/+1.
I will not block and take 4 and go to 11.
Correct. Go ahead.
Correct.
I didn't mean correct as in like that's the... No, it's going to make me seem like a jerk.
This guy, man.
Yeah, I'm the new breed of Goblins pilot, just really smug and full of myself as I'm like crushing my cousin's skull underneath my foot.
You know what's better than a 4/4 questing beast?
6/6?
Oh, 5/5.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Sentinel Eyes.
Yep.
I'm going to hit you for 5.
Yeah, I take 5.
That does make my block a little bit better. And then second main, I'm going to cast the Aelid of Bounty.
Yep.
Don't have an extra white source, which is a little awkward to protect it, but that's... I think we're still okay here. Oh wait, I don't have to pay white. I can pay colorless to sack it. Haha.
Yeah.
All right. Say go.
Untap. Draw. Excuse me, I don't know what happened there.
Well, you suddenly have 6 cards in hand.
I'm going to play a Polluted Delta.
Yeah.
I'm going to take 1 and find, I think, just a basic swamp. Yeah, just a basic swamp. I actually can't afford to take more damage here.
Oh, pardon me. It's very crunchy.
Basic swamp.
Yeah.
That makes it a little awkward. And you have 2 or 1 card in hand?
I have 1 card in hand, and it's a 4/4 flyer.
What?
It's the Skyblessed Samurai. You know.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you know the card in hand.
No, but thank you for reminding me. I was
Yeah.
conflating it with the cycling one that gains you 2 life.
Oh.
This changes everything.
Oh no. I'm at 11.
I'm going to play Goro Goro,
All right.
Disciple of Ryusei.
You're gonna have to tell me what that one does.
It's a 2-minute 2/2. It's a goblin.
Yeah.
I can pay a red to give creatures I control haste, and then I can pay 5, and I make a 5/5 dragon spirit token with flying, but only if I'm attacking with a modified creature. I have so little faith in me activating that I didn't bring one.
Okay.
But it's a 2-drop goblin.
Yeah. And gives haste to the team, which is always fun, right?
I'm going to play Frenzied Goblin, which is a 1-mana 1/1. And when it attacks, I can pay a red. And if I do, target creature can't block this turn.
It's very rude.
I'm going to pay 1 to give everything haste.
Okay.
I'm going to go to combat.
Yeah.
Triggered ability, I'm going to attempt to pay a red to make the questing beast unable to block.
How much damage am I looking at here?
I currently have 3 2/2s and 2 1/1s.
3 2/2s and 2 1/1s.
Yep, but I have a Goblin Slider, which makes things a little awkward.
You're playing aristocrats right now, which is really frustrating.
That's the secret part about Goblins.
Yeah.
Is that it's actually 5 decks in 1.
Do I have any way to block here?
I gotta tell you, I didn't do the math.
Yeah. So here's what we're still the game is paused as we figure out what to resolve, what to do about this triggered ability. So I can choose not to block here, and I can block with the Aelid and take a 2/2 out of combat and gain a life. So basically, I mean, obviously you could sack the creature that I go to block, but that's fine, because if I block this one, you're probably not going to sack it before combat.
Yeah.
So that does help me out there. So I have to worry about 2-fold of damage here. I have to worry about the combat damage, and then I have to worry about the aristocrats damage afterwards. And I think mathematically the play is probably to keep the Aelid alive and not sack it to let myself block with a Questing Beast. I think, because that nets me 1 additional life.
Yeah, I mean, we could just do the math too. Like if so you're blocking a 2/2.
Okay, so if I have to block this 2/2 specifically, right?
Yeah.
So that would put me at 12, and I would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that would put me to 6, and then if you sacked everything, I wouldn't be dead.
Right.
I mean, that seems... And then I hit you for 5. Hold on. Then I hit you for 5, and then you go to 4, and I don't have a good draw, and then I'm dead the next... No, you'd have to sack your whole board to put me super low.
Yeah. And you say you don't have a good draw. If you find a way to give this lifelink or make it huge.
Yeah, or the other line here actually is that I do sack the Aelid to give this protection, and then I block here, and I'm at 11, and I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you...
8. Because I'm going to sack it and...
Oh, you would sack it to move it over 8.
Yeah.
That puts me to 3, but you've already played a land, so I don't die on bolts. And then this is gone. I don't have to worry about aristocrats. It has vigilance, and then... I'd be at what? I'd be at 3?
You're taking 8, you go to 3.
So I am dead on board, but I have a second blocker. But do you have any removal spell? So the options are I go to 3 or I go to 5.
But you're also a deck that knows, like, you can buff power and toughness.
I
Right?
absolutely can.
Yeah. So if you can find a way to push more damage, I might die. If you can find a way to give it lifelink or whatever.
With just 1 draw, it's really awkward. It's like 1 blind draw off the top to try and stabilize.
Yeah.
But I think clearing this off the board is better than having 2 extra life points.
Yes.
So that's what we're going to do. I will sack the Aelid. I'm going to get... This is in response to the can't block trigger. I'm going to give Questing Beast protection from red. Do you have any effects?
No.
Okay, then I'll block here.
I'm going to sack it to my Goblin Sledder to bump the Frenzied Goblin, and then I'll shoot you for 1. So basically,
so I go
just
to
what
10.
we talked about.
Yep.
So you go to 10.
Yeah.
This is now dead. We go to combat, or go to damage, and you take 2, 4, 6, 7.
Yep, I go to 3.
And that'll be a pass.
And then I rip a lifelinker off the top.
Huzzah!
Hit you for 5.
I go to 4.
Rip the land. Wait, can I even cast this? It's 7, 1, 2...
No.
I'm just dead on the crack back here. All right.
Oof.
Well, that was in 2.
Yeah.
That was a good series.
I feel like you didn't get the part of the deck that lets
the
you
deck never really
stabilize.
The deck never really did much, but against something like Goblins, you don't really get a chance for that, right? And I love having a format where Goblins is around.
Yeah.
Because it is an important sort of measuring stick of, hey, because we've established it to start off, this is a fringe deck, right? And if your deck isn't fast enough to keep something like Goblins honest, you know, you got to be careful there. Now, that being said, there are quite a few cards that have lifelink or gain life on here. So there are ways to stabilize. I've got quite a few cards with big booties that we didn't quite hit. So that mulligan, game 2 mull had Course of Krufix, for example. With no guarantee to be able to cast it is the part that scared me. It had 2 lands and no pressure on turn 2, so I think it was correct to mull it, but like, it's a pretty different game if you're facing down a 2/4.
Yeah.
That's also gaining me life and giving me card advantage, right?
Yeah. Goblins is just like this deck that is the check, you know?
Yep.
That's the check. If you can tango with Goblins, if you have the kind of cards that can help you survive against a Goblins deck, then great. That's your deck can show up to Canlander. But you know, it's even then it's one of those awkward spots where you can work with, you know, 1-mana 1/1s that don't really do anything, but when they all come together.
Well, that's the terrifying part about Goblins. When you sit across from it, you're like, oh, what does that one do?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. I think it's even worse than Elves in that respect.
Yeah.
But sweet deck, good games.
Yeah. Thank you for the games. Thank you for the games. Well, that has been this little ditty, this little series. If you enjoyed this, let us know in the comment section down below. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz, or the aforementioned patreon.com/loadingreadyrun that we mentioned. But other than that, this has been Wheeler and Serge for the North 100 Showdown, and I love you.
Confession.
Hey, well, make it special for them.